Okay, don't do that. Mics are hot. Ow! Ouch! You just tell me when we're live.
You just tell me when we're live.
You just tell me when we're live. And I'll start singing the song for you. Hot, 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 hot.
Ben's got a song. Ben's got a song. Oh, don't leak that doc. Ben's got a song.
Oh! A little bit of Monica in my wife, a little bit of Jessica on my wife, a little bit of Tina on my wife. There's all these women on top of my wife. Please help me, 911. My wife's getting crushed by all these girls. We went to a concert and there was a scare, a bomb scare. Now she's got people pulling her hair. A little bit of Larry on my wife. Please, God, get Larry off my... Start the timer. A little bit of Larry.
I'll start the timer if you stop
wife.
the song.
A little bit of Tina on my wife. Wow!
Austin Thatcher paid $20 to say this. I can't spend Valentine's Day with my bio-femme trans boyfriend, so I'm sending blood diamond money in favor of one equally, arguably more attractive man and his equally attractive volleyball coach.
Biography femme trans boyfriend.
So if you know what that means, good luck.
I feel crazy today. I feel crazy. I'm gonna fucking.
Did you see the people saying you might have botulism?
Yeah. What does that mean?
You were complaining about the tuna. There's been a lot of.
It's not tuna. It was mackerel.
Okay. There's been some canned fish.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Recalls.
Because I heard it on the radio and they were like, "It's this brand," and I checked my shit. It wasn't that. It wasn't that shit.
Like you were looking through your shit.
No. I was looking at I looked at the brand of fish. And the body knows. The body knows.
The body keeps the score when it comes to botulism.
Yeah.
Did you read that book?
No, I don't read. I buy the book and then I put it away.
I put it away.
I put it away. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's. It's the made-up holiday where it sets you up for your girlfriend to be mad at you because you didn't do the right thing. Yeah. I fondly remember a Valentine's Day where I didn't buy flowers because I forgot, and I was also so slammed that week. And I was like, I'll make it up and I'll buy flowers later. And it was not good. Did you buy flowers?
No, you got to find yourself a woman who does not care about Valentine's Day.
That's
that is
exactly
the real.
Right.
Neither
it's a fake ass holiday ass, fake ass Hallmark ass.
Neither of us remembered it was today. And then, at some point this morning, we just went, is it Valentine's Day? And then we went, oh, that's funny.
Every day is Valentine's Day when you're married to me. Every day is Valentine's Day.
What does that mean? It's an opportunity to get mad at you for something small and insignificant.
It's an opportunity for me to sing to you and be silly and have fun with you and give you little kisses on the cheek. And, for me to say something stupid and for you to get mad at me for it. And
I like this from Dark Degenerate. We'll see. I'm curious how this, if we could be updated, that'd be great. I asked my fiance if it's cool that we don't do anything this year, and she said okay and went to work. We'll see how it goes. Hey, I'm praying for you, brother.
Yeah, I'm praying for you too, brother.
Prayers up for Dark Degenerate.
Yeah. Oh man, Ben, stop! I'm gonna goon to this.
This is from Stargirl Interlude. My ex-boyfriend took me out on Valentine's Day and took me to get Korean skincare and then did a really racist accent in the store, and I cried and broke up with him an hour later.
Oh, man.
Look, it's a tough day for everybody.
He sounds like a gem.
The only real way to... You just got to ignore it. It's not a real thing.
Yeah, truly. It really is funny. I can't remember... This was the only Valentine's that I remember is this last one, and I thought that I was doing well because I got reservations to a... Really nice. I did like a lot of research and I called so many restaurants and I got reservations at this one place. It was a sushi place, but then I had not really remembered that she didn't like sushi. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I mean, really, if ever there was an opportunity for me to get an A for effort, it was that. And yeah, it just felt contrived, the whole flowers thing. Because I remember...
I mean, it's a contrived holiday. It's a very silly thing, right? I mean, You're fucking desperate to find a reservation somewhere. You're sitting there paying $100+ for some prefix menu like every
Whoa.
other dickhead.
Not me, man. I'm not doing no prefix. I'm doing a suffix.
Chat. Can we do a poll if we should
me?
execute Ben?
Yeah.
Let us know. Maybe we can set a goal for that.
I'm doing great though.
Sure.
I'm doing great.
Just a guy you know is doing great
Yeah.
when just
No, I am.
unprompted. I'm doing great though.
Yeah, no, I'm doing great. I have a little bit of a weird head cold. I did go on a date last night with a tall, beautiful woman who is really cool. She was really cool. And I had to leave. It was like before I knew it, 2 hours had passed. And I was like, I got to go home to my dog. I'm so sorry. And we exchanged.
2 hours? He can't be alone for 2 hours?
Well, I had walked him at 3, went to the gym, came back, took a shower, got ready, and then went to the date. And it was like 8:15 by then. And I was like, he hasn't pissed in 5 hours. I got to go. Yeah. So I left.
Damn.
Yeah. But it's okay. Doug is doing fine. Doug's something's wrong with him. He's not eating.
He said he was fine, and then you said,
Well, I think.
Where is he? I didn't see. Oh
He's
no!
downstairs.
You were walking him. That's why.
Oh yeah. I think, I don't know what's going on. I think he might be still a little upset and nervous about me leaving him for 5 days when we were gone. Because his appetite hasn't fully returned. He's been like kind of crying a lot. He also gave me a scare the other day. He ate a fucking shallot.
Hey, come on!
That's not good for dogs. But apparently it's like chocolate. Because I called the vet hospital and they were like, yeah, you should drive to urgent care right now. And I thought, oh shit, this must be way more serious than chocolate is. Because you need a lot of chocolate to kill a dog. And as I'm on my way to urgent care, I called them in advance and they said, okay, we're going to transfer you to the dog poison control line. And it was just some guy answered the phone. Tell me about your dog. And I told him he ate a little bit of a shallot. And he said, let me get back to you. And he came back and he said, it would take like 2 cups of chopped shallot for your dog to be sick.
2 cups of chopped shallot.
And I said, okay, so you want me to chop more shallot and give it to him? And he said, no. And I turned around and I got back home. And he's fine. But yeah.
How about this one?
I'm not going to get Farmer's dog.
Asked my crush out. We went for dinner. Immediately, she starts telling me about another guy who has a crush on her and asked me if I'm into anyone. I said her. She laughed. Thought I was joking. It's going to be a tough one, Sam75.
Yeah. Dating is hard. So we're here to talk about. I mean, if Kanye and Bianca Censori can't make it work, then who can?
You know, it was a very. I had a funny dog. What is it called? Vet hospital experience.
Yeah. When?
This was months ago. And me and Sarah were like in the stupidest fight, and I took the dog to the park and was throwing the ball around, and then all of a sudden
You were just going fucking shit. Fuck.
All of a sudden, his like eyes are all fucking blown up and shit. And I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ! I killed the dog. What the fuck?"
Whoa.
And we were like, "Okay, we gotta get this dog to the animal hospital." It was something stupid. He must have got stung by a bee or something and had a weird allergic reaction.
Yeah.
But we're sitting there in the waiting room, and they're probably in their early 20s. They come in. They both have like blood running down their arms, and they're like, we fell on our scooter and we need help. And the guy behind the counter just goes, we're more of like a dog and cat hospital, and just turned them
How
away.
old were those kids?
Like early 20s.
Jesus Christ.
What? I'm sure
They probably thought they got stitches in there.
Well, no, I'm sure they just Googled hospital real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And animal hospital came up, so they were just like, great, there's one nearby.
Yeah.
I just love, we're more of a dog and cat hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dogs and cats, good pets. They make great pets. If you guys are out there, start the fart jokes. No, I'm not doing that shit. You can't make me.
I told that story already. I'm so sorry.
Oh, come on. Give it a break.
No, don't
Who
give it a break.
cares?
This is a good time to introduce a new segment we're doing called "Is Emil a Cocksucker?" Can you click that link?
What
real
the
quick?
fuck?
This was just a fun. I was scrolling.
Is it just me, or is Emil a little bit of a cocksucker?
And I'll say, before even reading on, I will agree.
Can I read it?
I can be a bit of a cocksucker sometimes. So I was like, sure, pal.
Can I read it?
Sure.
This is from the subreddit, the Ben and Emil subreddit, which if you haven't joined, you really ought to because it's great.
It is great. There's all kinds of stuff like this
This
on
person, whole_eagle919, which is probably one of them fake names that it just automatically creates for you. It says, I was rewatching Trill, and this certainly occurs during the current show, but why is Emil such a judgmental little prick sometimes? I mean, in like 89 of Trill, episode 89, you must mean, when he calls out Ben for saying the word Japanese. Like, bro, I hate to sound like super right wing, but you're low key sounding a little woke mobbish. Does anyone else see this? Is it because he doesn't like Ben's glasses? What?
I know. I don't even understand
Wait,
that.
What was the?
But it's funny. Someone put what the top comment is what, and he goes, "Cab you read?"
Cab you read? And then someone said,
"Cab you read?"
It is just you. And then he wrote, LMAO, stay unbased, midwit.
Oh, Jesus
And then
Christ.
someone said,
Oh, there we go.
What does Ben's glasses have to do with anything? Those glasses are long gone now. And he said, they're here in spirit. Could very easily be a grudge Emil is holding. Wait,
That's funny.
Keep going. What's the rest? Considering Emil is more often joking than not, it's just you. Relax, Lib. It's called dark humor. Wait, what was the...
I know. I'm
what
so
was the
curious.
did you try to... You didn't even try to pull it up?
Well, I'm gonna fucking scrub through.
Episode 89? Why not?
Yeah, because I don't care that much.
I said Japanese, and you were like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That seems just like a good joke.
Yeah, I think I was probably That's what's. I think there's so many times when people just take either of us seriously and are like, "Whoa, is that guy a cocksucker?"
Yeah. I mean, I can't tell. This person's probably drunk or high and just having a little bit of fun.
Somebody just said, that was Ben. He's gaslighting you, Emil.
No, that wasn't me. No.
Oh, Ben wrote the post.
Is it just me or is it sometimes a cocksucker?
That I would really like.
He's nice. He's mean to Ben, who's hot, by the way. Wait, what else do we have in that doc? There's a lot of stuff going on. It's Valentine's Day, and let's see what else. What's the most romantic thing you've done? Let's see.
Did you all watch Severance?
Yeah, I did.
I haven't.
I
caught
did.
up, but you guys can talk.
I did.
I'll take my
Oh no, this was just there
Ethan
was
Hawke. Look at his face.
Ethan Hawke. The most romantic thing I've done is have sex. It's
I mean, yeah, that
hell
is
yeah,
pretty fucking
stay up,
romantic.
King. Stay-
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll never forgive him for. Although I should, because Uma Thurman has for cheating on Uma Thurman and ruining maybe the greatest '90s relationship. They just seem like two people destined to be together. I don't know.
Two weirdos. He a short king, her a tall queen.
I don't know exactly why, but
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
have sex with Ethan Hawke.
I'm gonna say that mine was. What is the most romantic thing I've ever done? I feel like I've done some pretty romantic things in my day, and I can't remember any of them.
Yeah.
Which means,
Oh.
I think it was in like 2018. I was living in New York, and the woman I was seeing at the time was coming to visit, and I think we had gotten in a little bit of a fight or so. I don't remember what it was, but I asked her flight number, and I figured out exactly what time she would be coming through the thing at JFK. And I went out there, even though she was coming out there for a job, so she had a car waiting for her to pick her up, like a black car with a sign with her name on it. Oh, that's what it was. And I found the guy holding the sign with her name on it, and I made a sign, and I stood right next to him, and I made it say like, this guy's, I don't remember what it was. This guy's trying to kidnap you, or this is a. It wasn't romantic at all. It was just it was just a fun bit. It was just a fun bit because she came out and saw me going like, don't trust him, whatever the fuck the sign said. And then he's standing there oblivious to me. And then we both got in the car. Yeah. I think the most romantic thing I ever did is when I graduated high school, my girlfriend at the time was then a senior. So I was, whoa, problematic. Yeah, I was 18 and she was like 17. And I was a freshman in junior college, and I went back to high school one lunch period when they would still let you in. I knew the lady at the gate, and I was like, hey, can I come in? And I came in dressed as a bear. Like I had a
Like
bear,
a gay guy?
a bear, no, like a bear
Oh.
costume. I don't remember where I got it from, but I went around just looking for her, and it was fun. And she saw me and was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I thought I'd come to high school dressed as a bear for you.
This guy, who is that? Mike says the most romantic thing I've done is meet y'all / do the Q&A at the Boston show. I went alone. LMAO. That was
That
the
is
most romantic
romantic.
thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Love was in the air in the Boston show.
Love was
in the air.
I feel like I've done. I had to have done. Oh, I made a girlfriend some chocolate once. I like made it by hand, some ganache.
You gotta step it up.
I
I'm
feel
gonna be
like
I
honest.
googled how to make chocolate and I made it.
I feel like anything that would be qualified as like the most romantic things I've ever done would probably be part of toxic, unbalanced relationships.
Oh,
where I
like
was
love bombing.
No. I wasn't love bombing. I was like in love with someone who was, bad to me, and be like, I'd like go above and beyond and just be like, yeah, I'm your dog. You can kick. You can do whatever.
Go on.
I mean,
Are
yeah,
you being careful right now or something?
definitely.
We are live.
Definitely. But like, yeah, just doing things for a woman who just like,
That's never gonna be enough.
yeah,
Amen,
and
brother.
like,
Doing things for a
I
woman.
mean, obviously, obviously ended poorly.
Obviously, yeah.
And it's just like, what were you doing? You know what I mean? You thought,
Yeah.
oh, if I do this, I'll be enough.
Yeah.
And looking back, you're like, dude, you're such a embarrassing loser.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to talk about any more ex-girlfriends. May they all find the love and peace that they deserve, because they were all great people.
You know what? Can we see that Ian Miles Chong thing? I think this is a fun.
Man, I don't think that that's as bad as it seems. So Ian Miles Chong, the Malaysian raisin,
I think it's pretty funny.
he posted. I was trying to think of a funny caption to post, but I have nothing really to say apart from Dubai is pretty awesome, and he's there with some cute looking woman, and this guy quote tweeted it and said, "This post gives me hope. You can be the ugliest chud on the planet, but as long as you have Twitter clout, you can bag a girlfriend." And the woman in the photo replied to that in all caps and said, "I am not the girlfriend. He is my ex-husband's friend. So what the fuck is he doing hanging out with her?"
Dude, they just took
Kinda
a picture.
Weird.
I think it's pretty embarrassing to get like openly
Friend zoned?
Well, yeah, and to be fair, I think it does. And someone who's like loosely seen Ian Miles Chong's online presence,
Yeah,
I don't doubt that he was kind of trying to make it seem like
probably.
he was maybe romantically linked to this woman.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because it says, bro didn't even say friend. She said ex-husband's friend. Which is
Yeah.
the most brutal word
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Oh, I remember a romantic thing that I tried to do and it blew up in my face.
Great, here we go.
I was in 8th grade and my girlfriend was in 7th grade and we went to go see. I think I might have told this story before. You know, I was a kissless virgin at this point. I hadn't kissed, and naturally I hadn't had sex either. And I don't even think I knew what like sex entailed, honestly. I mean, I knew, but I didn't know how to pleasure myself.
Okay.
But we went to go see. I love Jim just said, okay.
Wait, sorry. This person, we got to. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong because I think it's in a different currency, but it's $50. But
50 sec.
yeah, so
What
it's
is that,
probably
Swedish?
yeah.
Let's see. Let me see.
But-
Sec.
This is from a deaf.
All right.
Sorry if I'm screwing that up. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to a deaf. I'm a longtime fan of the show. I used to get wicked high and watch After Hours every Saturday. Big hugs from Sweden.
Wow.
/ Adelina.
Yes, happy birthday to you, Dave.
Okay.
So I was in. So picture this. I'm in 8th grade.
Oh, it's okay. Great. It's
My girlfriend at the time. My girlfriend, if you could even call her that, we would go to the movies at the Long Beach Town Center, the former Navy hospital. They tore it down and they built a Edwards 26 movie theater, and we would go to movies, and it would give me
26. That's a lot of theaters.
It is a big ass movie.
You know that the
place.
number corresponds to how many theaters are in it, right?
No, I thought that it was just the favorite number of the manager or something.
Don't
My
act. Don't
favorite's
act.
26.
Don't act like that's common knowledge.
Of course it is. What else could
That
the
is
number
not
be?
common knowledge.
What else could the number be?
You can say yes, I knew that.
I did know that.
That's fine,
Yeah.
but don't act like I'm an idiot for saying like, did you know that?
I just feel like that is common knowledge.
Chat, I'm gonna need to know if that's common
Yeah,
knowledge.
do you guys
when
know
you
that
see,
when there's
like,
a number after a
AMC
movie theater?
15, you know that means there's 15 theaters.
What else could it what else would,
I'm not saying I didn't know it for a long time.
Really?
So if you want to sit there and go, you've known that ever since you saw a movie theater with the number after.
What
You're
did
like,
you
oh, I know what that
What
means.
did you think it meant?
I didn't think about it. I'm just like,
Oh, got it. I guess you could easily think, oh, this is the 15th one.
sure.
Out of
There's
all
a
the
ton of
chains.
things it could be.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I
Wow.
did not know
Is
that.
it just me, or
Not
can Ben
common.
be a little bit of a cocksucker?
Well, so my move, the only move I knew how to do was put my
Wait,
arm.
okay. There's a lot of people saying did not know that, did not know, not common. I only recently learned this, not common knowledge. I don't think it's common knowledge.
Well, so fuck me.
I worked at a movie theater and only figured it out a year in.
Man, a lot of dumb idiots out there.
Come on.
So Aaron and I went to go see Planet of the Apes, the Mark Wahlberg one. And my move used to be putting my arm around her, and then we would sit in the most uncomfortable position, just hot, just each other's body heat, just sitting like this, thinking, oh, yeah, this is the best thing in the fucking world. I'm just like, got my arm around my girl at the movies. But anytime either of us wanted to move, it would just be, I would just leave the movie being so cramped. But anyway, we'd had a little bit of a fight, and we went to go see Planet of the Apes, starring Mark Wahlberg. And yeah, I told this story. Great. All right, fuck me. I hit her in the head with my hand on accident when I went to go put my arm around her, and she went, ah, and then was like, I don't want your arm around me. And I sat there just wanting to explode during Planet of the Apes.
Like,
There's nothing more humiliating when you're 12 years old and you just bonked your girlfriend in the head when you're trying to put your arm around her.
Explode with cum?
No, I didn't know what
Can you guys
was.
clarify? Okay, so people were speculating about our, I don't know why, but people were calling me a power bottom, and then someone was going, no, he's not a power bottom. He's a service top 100%.
Service top? Does that mean you like to suck off?
I don't know.
I think that's what a service top means. Let's play a guessing game.
I would just,
What's a service top?
No. Well, they'll tell us, hopefully.
No, I'm going to Google it. What
Oh,
is a
well, no,
service
now
top?
they're saying Ben's the service top.
What is a service top gay? A service top in the gay community refers to a person who takes on a dominant role during sex, but with a focus on prioritizing their partner's pleasure and satisfaction above their own. Emil is 100% a service top. He loves to service. You know, this guy, Ben is a curious straight. What does that mean? Does that mean like, you know,
You'll Google.
what? Okay.
Wait, a service top is a slang term for sexual partner who is
Curious,
dominant and
straight,
penetrating. They focus
gay.
on providing. Oh.
Oh, that just means you're straight, but you're curious. Nah, I've answered that question a long time ago.
I kind of identify with service top.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You love it, man. You love it. You love to service. Okay. Well, what was the? I forgot what I was. Oh, I think. No, I'm not gonna.
Can we
say
play
that.
the Bill Burr thing real quick? I've been meaning to play this on
Bill
the show,
Burr.
and
Bilbo pissed off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Couldn't find a better picture of him.
I know it is fucked up. They kind of did him dirty, but you know,
He sounds sleepy weepy.
in this,
People that are struggling out there because of these f***ing billionaires. And they got us all arguing liberal and conservative. We got to stop doing that. Like, I am so tired of hearing about people going to bed worried about what's going to happen next week. There is so much fucking money in this country. And there's so much work being done, you know. And if you work a full fucking week at a job, you should be able to pay your fucking rent. You shouldn't have to go out and get a fucking job and still be struggling. It's bad for the country. Because then the kids don't see their parents and they're not getting the upbringing that they need. It's so fucking, these fucking billionaires, they need to be put down. You know, like fucking rabid dogs. They're like rabid with fucking greed.
Yeah.
And just going out and just dividing everybody.
yeah, I don't know. I was just closing my eyes and listening to that, and imagining a world in which Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast was the #1 podcast instead of the Joe Rogan Experience, and
I want to see the Joe Rogan egg experience. It's a podcast where Joe Rogan rates his favorite types of ways to eat an egg. There's a lot of different ways. You could scramble it, fry it, sunny side that shit. I'm partial to pickling and scrambling. I've been eating scrambled eggs every damn morning.
I don't even know what people talk about it. What are people? Wait, Emil, isn't Burr part of the whole cancel culture bit? Like in with Matt? What are you talking about, Matt? Right?
Oh, I will piggyback off of what Bill Burr is saying and has said, which is that the whole. I think it might have been that same episode where he goes on to talk about how it's really shitty and annoying. And, I've been guilty of it too, but I'm trying so hard these days not to do it, to file people under, oh, you are a liberal or you are a conservative or you are a moderate based on one little bit of information or one little opinion. And then you've effectively written off their opinions as whatever your mental image of that category is. Oh, you're a conservative, you hate gay people, you hate trans people, what the fuck ever. Oh, you're moderate, you're too cowardly to be on the left, and you're practically right wing. Or you're left wing, oh, you're gay.
Yeah, I mean, truly,
it's the billionaires winning when you do that.
That's
and
the
I'm
thing.
believing that more and more.
The hate really should only be directed at
Upward.
the antisocial freaks who are ruining everything.
The antisocial freaks, the uncle social freaks. It really is wild to think that these singular guys have so much wealth that they've just got. I don't have the answer for how you would distribute that to people or distribute that to workers and stuff. But man, oh man, oh man.
Wait, you know what? It was a good one. As long as we're doing
What is it?
just,
What is
just
a good one?
random shit. There was this guy who did this really nice breakdown of the difference between the cost of luxuries and necessities, and I really liked it. I never really thought about it.
He Willie wiped it, folks. He's gonna wing it up.
Austin Thatcher just said, never forget they took away our ability to have families properly. You may want kids, but it's actually almost impossible to give them what they actually need.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is. When he talks about the greed, that really nails it. And I think it's easy, and we talk about greed so much that you kind of forget what it actually means. But, man, from these guys' perspectives, I can't imagine possessing that much wealth and not feeling just overrun with constant guilt and shame over,
Over having so much,
over having so fucking much. Look at Mackenzie Bezos. She tries to sell as much. I'm sure you can do a better job than she's doing, but she's dedicating her whole life to liquidating her billions of dollars of Amazon stock. She can't do it fast enough.
Give me a break, Mackenzie.
Well, I'm just speaking to how you can be doing it full time and you still have billions of dollars.
She could get rid of it if she wanted to.
No, the market can't absorb. There's no liquidity enough for her to hit the sell button. That's why you got to do it in a responsible way.
Let the market crumble.
What is this? What
Unleash
is this?
chaos. This is this guy's talking about how
Boy, look at those cheeks. Look at that complexion.
the cost of necessities versus luxuries has changed, and why there's kind of this disparity in the way maybe boomers or older generations think about the way younger generations spend.
Was his grandma just off camera pinching his cheeks before he shot this?
I think yeah, he might talk about that at the end.
Boomers give us shit about buying luxuries is because back in the 80s, luxuries were expensive, but life was cheap. Now it's been inverted. Our life is expensive, but our luxuries are cheap. So I think this is where the disconnect's happening. For example, in 1980, you could rent a great apartment for $200, but a television would run you $1,000. So if you bought 3 TVs, that would be $3,000. A CD player was $500. A cell phone was $2,000. A personal computer was $2,500, and a microwave was $500. That's $8,500. That is 3.5 years rent on luxuries. And $8,500 was also equivalent to a 20% down payment on a $40,000 home. So it was irresponsible if you didn't budget correctly to buy all these luxuries because it could be holding you back. But today, it's flipped. Our biggest luxury is our rent for $2,000. We can now buy 3 televisions for $600. We have a Spotify account, cell phone for $1,000. You can get a computer for $500, a microwave for $200. That's about $2,400 a month. So our luxuries is about 1 month's rent. where theirs was 3.5 years rent. And if you want to put this onto a down payment, even if you took the average home of $420, let's bring it down to just $320,000. A 20% down payment on that is $64,000. So if you gave up all those luxuries, you would still owe like $61,000. This $2,400 of luxuries wouldn't even cover your closing cost of $10,000 on that home. So the whole thing's been flipped. So I think when they see us with the TVs, the avocado toast, and the cell phone, they think that's the reason we can't move forward. But why we can't move forward is because housing, daycare, college, and healthcare is so expensive. But those are our necessities. These luxuries are just fun little things that we have.
Yeah, my dad's job that he worked down at the port of San Pedro, there's no way he would have been able to afford the house that we lived in and the three the three boys. Because I think the most he ever made in a year was probably like 180. But I mean that was also 20.
Oh, dude, 180 is
and he also
worth so much now.
He was also killing himself with overtime, just working overtime all the damn time.
But I didn't we can get. I mean, a perfect example is when we were putting the studio together. I haven't bought a TV in so long. I didn't realize how cheap they were,
brother.
And you can
cheap.
And we had to return one because we're looking through it and we're like, holy shit, we might as well get this like 72-inch one. It's only like $350.
Yeah.
And it came, and we're like, Jesus Christ, we cannot use this thing.
Way too big.
We had to return it and just get like a weird, whatever it is, 37-inch TV. But they're giving the things away.
I mean, I think I like that video, but I think he's missing why those things are now a lot cheaper, in particular electronics. It's I forgot
because we offshored everything to.
Well, it's that, but it's also
cheap Chinese manufacturing and everything.
Yeah, but it's the law of Moore's law. I think it's Moore's law in computing, where can we Google Moore's law? This has a lot to do with why these things are a lot cheaper too. Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. It's a comment about the use of information retrieval. Argued that information.
What?
Oh, I think it's spelled wrong. Try Moore's.
Different Moore's law?
Yeah, with
there's two
R,
Moore's laws.
R before there. O-R.
Chat. Is there two different Moore's law?
O-R-E-S. Moore's law is the observation that the number of transistors on a microchip doubles roughly every 2 years. So, it's things get.
Yeah, but that's regardless of his point. He's saying like that's the way it is now. You can get these cheap luxuries, these luxuries that used to be luxuries for very cheap now, but our necessities, rent, childcare, all of these things are very expensive and unaffordable for us, and it makes living just excruciating. And so people look at us like, oh wow, well maybe you're living so extravagantly, and it doesn't matter why, but you can get fucking. I mean, sometimes I walk into people's houses and they have these giant TVs, and I go, God damn, what is this? This guy a Rockefeller?
Yeah.
But then you go on BestBuy.com, and you're like, oh, he spent $400.
My friend Sean, growing up, he had a projector, one of those projector TVs where it was just this massive unit, and you had to pull out the bottom, and it had the red, green, blue, I think red, green, blue lights that shone onto like a fucking projector screen. And I remember always thinking, what the hell is the matter with you guys? This looks like shit to me. And yeah, it was one of these front projection.
Oh, dude.
Oh man. And his dad, they were just an interesting pair. The mom had this she was the sweetest lady, but she was so tan. She would go to the tanning salon, I'm not kidding, every week. She was like,
oof.
It was brutal.
Did she get skin cancer?
Probably. I mean, geez, this was the 90s. She was going constantly, and it'd be like winter, and she'd be. And yeah, her husband, the dad, I think his name was Rick, and he had a mustache, and he was real skinny, and he kind of looked like Dale Earnhardt. And I just remember, the only thing I remember him saying was just like, God damn it, Sean, and spanking him while I heard it. Sean's married now, and he has like 3 kids. Spanking him? Yeah, I mean, everybody spanked their kids back then.
I mean, how old was he?
10. Did you get spanked?
Not really.
Damn, lucky, man. Oh, you just got verbal abuse, huh?
There was like one period, but then no.
My mom, I remember asking my mom, hey, do you remember so-and-so time when I got spanked? And she's like, I don't remember that. And I'm like, that's funny because it was one of the most traumatic experiences of my childhood. And I distinctly remember getting spanked so often. And she was like, we only spanked you like twice. And I checked in with my brothers. I was like, you guys remember only getting spanked like twice? And they said, no way. No, we got spanked way more than that. But I just let it go. My mom doesn't need that. Also, by the way, speaking of family, I'm such a fucking moron. You remember how? So we were just in New York, folks, and my brother had this. He found this marriage certificate from the 1800s with my great grandparents' names and addresses on there, and I saw one of the addresses and I went to it. It was 6 Bowery. Went to 6 Bowery, and what exists there but a Chinese bank? And my friend John and I were like, oh, this is funny. You know, my great-great-grandmother's apartment, it's now a Chinese bank. So I took a picture in front of it, took several pictures, had a good laugh, then left. When I'm on the plane home, I was like, was it 6 Bowery? I want to double check. Went and double check. It was fucking 4 Bowery. It was right next door. And I didn't take a picture. I'm just unbelievable. Sometimes, you know, folks.
I mean, you were close enough. You got the feel of the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
I was right there. Yeah.
I think a lot of our precious institutions are going to be Chinese banks soon, if you know what I mean.
When was Valentine's Day created? Let's see. Let's look at the history of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day history. Wow, it has multiple origins, including a feast day for a Christian martyr, a Roman festival, and a poem about birds. Wow, man.
Someone just threw 20 at us and said, just a small token if been like to be my sugar baby.
Yeah, I'll be your sugar baby. But I would absolutely be a sugar baby.
I think it's Australian dollars.
Yeah, that's just as good.
I'm just letting
Dollary dues, as they're called.
No way.
Dollary dues, yeah.
Dude.
They're not called dollary dues, man. That's from The Simpsons. It's a Simpsons joke.
Okay.
Yeah. Chinese stocks do be going nuts. You guys really ought to tune in at 1:30 because we're gonna have a banger of an episode. I'm gonna be bitching a lot about money that I didn't make and money that I lost, and other things. It'll be great. But I just think about how that great 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 grandfather, and grandmother are just dead and in the ground, and
that's what you're thinking about.
Nobody visits them. Nobody knows that they existed. Think about your ancestors from like the 1600s. They had ambitions. They fell in love. They had jokes.
They were honestly probably just like rural peasants who
who
lived lives of great suffering.
Yeah, but I mean, it's wild. Oh yeah, Victor out there, Internet Shaquille, Hims is ripping. I'm pissed off. I had several thousand shares of that. That was really annoying. But yeah, that really fucks with me. Just when I think about the legacy that I'm going to leave, if you can call it that.
Just hours and hours of poop man.
Do you think it's genetic? There's just an older version of Ben still talking about poop.
There's some Polish guy from the 1600s joking about just not the poop or whatever, however Polish. So
I cannot find a way.
I got the thing. He pooped in a pile of snow and his friend stepped in it and he's just cracking up.
Did you see A Real Pain? Someone's asking. It's about.
No, I didn't. I didn't see it yet, but it is about. I know what it's about. Yeah, I did watch
Jewish guys going back to Poland.
I did watch. I did watch Juror Number 2.
Is that about a guy taking a shit?
Do you want me to spoil it for you? It's a Clint Eastwood movie that just came out last year.
Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing that.
Okay, it's about a guy who gets picked to be on a jury.
Oh, wow.
And midway through, he realizes that the guy on trial for for murdering his girlfriend, his estranged girlfriend, he's actually the one responsible.
For the murder?
Yeah. They happened to be at the same bar that night. And
Nicholas Hoult?
Yeah.
He did it?
And when he was leaving, he thought that he hit a deer, but he hit the girl.
That's best case
scenario.
And
everybody blamed the boyfriend.
That's best case scenario.
And he ends up fucking helping put the guy in jail. And he's like, yeah,
what else are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Stand up and said, no, send me to jail.
Yeah, it is quite the moral conundrum. What would you do in that situation?
Oh, I'm fucking mum's the word. Send that guy to jail.
Wait, seriously, what would you do? What would you do? Because his wife be expecting in the movie. She's
Also, I do
expecting
want
a
to
child.
clarify someone. Someone said, Emil, you liked Amelia Perez. You're in no place to talk. I don't. We'll have to check the tape. I don't know if I said I liked it. I think I said you should see it because
hated it.
it's like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I also received it the first time you said it as that you liked it, and then we talked about it later, and you were just like, "No, I just think it's crazy."
And I think it's like even it's funny. I think I saw A Real Pain in the same weekend as Amelia Perez, and A Real Pain is such like a it's just like you go and you're like, wow, it's a movie. It's just you're like it could have been made at any time. It's and Amelia Perez you watch and you're like, I've never seen anything fucking like this in my life.
Clint
And I was
Eastwood
like-
movies hit different. This one kind of sucked because you can just tell that he was just being an old man, and some of the acting sometimes. Have you seen Gran Torino?
Yeah.
Gran Torino is great. Folks, if you haven't seen Gran Torino, go see it. Some of the worst acting I've ever seen from the Asian family in the movie. It's no disrespect to them, but they're clearly he hired just like nobodies for whatever reason. But he's so racist in it. It's fucking it's
Yeah, he says
somehow
a-
charming.
He says a bunch of Asian slurs.
Yeah. What are you spooks doing here? What are you doing out here? And they're like, get out of here, Grandpa. And he goes, I'll fucking shoot you with a gun. I'll fucking kill you. You know, I used to kill pricks like you in fucking Vietnam. And they're terrified of him. And he's got a big fat white Labrador. It's great. Yeah.
What would you do in this situation? Are you
That's a really good question, Emil. I'm glad you kicked it back to me. So just to remind everybody, let's see. If I were on a jury facing a man who is accused of killing his girlfriend that I knowingly accidentally killed, I would do everything I could to just get the guy acquitted.
I
And
like
try
that.
to convince and that's what he did at first. But then his wife was like, why are you still on this jury? Come home, babe. I'm about to give birth. And he says, all right, guilty. And then, yeah, that's truly it.
That's a better way to go about it. If you know he didn't do it, just get him off. And by
Yeah.
that I mean suck him off. Say, hey, look, you're going to jail for a long
Yeah.
time. Let me get you off.
So I think I would do my best to do that. And then, oh, Babu, I really don't know. That is a moral that is one thing I appreciate about it. It's very Shakespearean in that regard. It is very a moral conundrum. Speaking of Shakespearean and conundrums, man, oh man, this Severance show, when I watch it,
I know. I read the tweet.
It fucks with my head, truly. I'm like, man, yeah, it's like you're two different spirits sharing the same body. And it's just the implications are so far-reaching.
I kind of
Within
feel
the universe of the show.
pretty much anytime I'm high and watch something, I'm like, this is a horrifying experience.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I'm just like, all I see is actors. Like
Same.
it's not
I
a
see lines on a script.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the script, and I'm like, you're fucking acting.
right, and it's just I'm like, ugh, this is disgusting. Weed, I don't. It's not a fun thing for me. It's just
Weed-
like this weird, horrible nightmare.
I agree.
Weed is fun when used in moderation. Gives me all kinds of great
You know what
ideas.
would be a good
I wrote
movie-
some great jokes the other night.
You know what would be a good movie for it?
What?
I watched last night.
Terminator.
I think it must have been nominated for like foreign film or something, but or animation.
Mm.
It's called Flow.
Hmm.
It's sick. It's this Latvian cartoon following this cat who's trying to navigate this crazy flood.
Hmm.
It kicks ass.
There,
You should watch that high.
There's a great YouTube video from this account that I'd never heard of. He did a thing about how dogs are the best actors, and it really hit.
Oh yeah, it's
All right,
sick.
Flow. There you have it, folks. 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It really rocks.
They're
Okay, Emil, biggest nerd of the year award. Relax.
For 2014 Tumblr says, "Hey, Mr. Money and Mr. Woke, can you shut up? I'm trying to work. Thank you." No, I'm not gonna shut up, bitch. You shut up, bitch. Why don't you try that, bitch? Yeah, you know what hits when high? The Incredibles. It's a great movie. It holds up. It's fun. It's
No,
immersive.
I'd be too freaked out about the
The Running Boy.
Just the having to be parents navigating a world hostile to my superhero kids. Can't do it.
Yeah. But so, this I forgot what I was saying, man. Yeah, Severance. I'm increasingly perturbed and disturbed by it, and it's really cruel what they're doing. And I have a theory here. I'm thinking about this Lumen company, right? This fucking company.
I love a theory.
Everybody at this? It's a company that's in 200 countries or whatever, 196 countries. Is everybody who works there a fucking
No, it's
psycho?
more because remember that it doesn't line up with how many countries there actually are.
Oh, right.
That's my biggest thing, and I talked about it last night with Sarah, and she was like, "I don't know if you're going to get the satisfaction you want," because I was like, "What?" I'm very fixated on what happened that led to this weird world, right? Like all cars are. There's no cars newer than, I don't know, maybe 95 or something. I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't notice that.
All of the
Do they have iPhones?
Yes.
They have not iPhones, but some kind of tablet phones. But at
Okay.
the same time, all other tech is anachronistic and from all kinds of periods. And
Did you watch this latest episode?
yeah, and so I'm just like, what? Are you guys gonna tell us what happened?
I think,
and I don't think they will. I
the
think it's
fact-
just like it's a weird place.
the fact that they said that these aren't people, I'm thinking, okay, so they are used for, but then they're like, when they told Milchick, hey man, this is the most important work that these people are doing in the history of the world, it makes me think that they're doing some kind of spiritual warfare against some dark forces or a monster trying to come into our dimension or something.
You were high when you watched this.
Yeah, but I mean, what else could it be that their work is that important?
Well, it
And
does.
that they've got to like cut them off from the world.
It does seem like they've somehow brought Gemma / Miss Casey back from the dead.
Sure.
So-
But I think that it's because
I
she may have already been severed and she died in the car accident, but then they were like, well, let's see if her innie is dead. And they flipped it on and she's alive. And they've turned on the Audi and that part's dead. It's like, that's a mind fuck to me.
You
Perhaps.
guys are getting to spoiler territory.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if
fine.
that's not a spoiler though.
That's
People
not
are
a
saying
spoiler.
it.
All right,
People are
whatever,
saying-
whatever,
people are saying
whatever.
this thing.
So,
Well, either way, like I think if they can somehow bring this woman back from the dead with
Yeah.
whatever they're doing with Mark S, that is pretty important.
Yeah.
I imagine a freak like the Egans would want to live forever. I don't know what they're doing down there. I just think they should knock it off.
yeah, it's a very I really hope that they stick the landing on this fucking show, but so far I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. So what do you say, folks? Should we wrap it up here?
No.
Well, we don't have a lot of time.
We have plenty of time.
Okay.
Don't let Ben tell you that we don't have any time. Don't
Everybody
let Ben.
just be nice to me, okay? It's Valentine's Day.
Someone said, "I need everything explained." Is how we end up with shows with full of exposition and no nuance. I agree.
What are you
It's just
talking
like
about?
I'm curious. I want to know what's going on.
Oh
Don't-
yeah.
Don't hate me for being for being intrigued. They built this whole show around intrigue, and now I'm intrigued. A succulent Chinese meal. What is the charge? Being intrigued.
Get your hand off my penis!
Oh,
Man.
boy.
Ben, let's talk about planes.
I do
Love
have to
you,
say,
Luke.
I got to give them full credit for. I probably said this already, maybe on like a
Who?
bonus with Severance.
Hmm.
They do things so quickly, and other shows that would drag it
yeah.
out for an entire season, they're just like, no, we're gonna do it, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
it's
beautiful
paced.
to watch.
Someone pointed out that White Lotus is back, and I think
Yeah,
that this
back on
is-
Sunday.
I'm kind of like, I don't know if I am into this. It's going to be the same thing where it's like, at this point, I'm thinking, is somebody got to shut down? This will be the third murder that's occurred at a White Lotus resort. I'd be out there going, what's going on at these resorts? That there's murders happening around the world. Also, it's just going to be another, damn, I wonder which one of these interesting characters murdered someone. Is
No,
it that
see-
person? Nah, maybe not.
See, I think
Oh.
that's I think that's a bad take on White Lotus. You know why? The best thing about White Lotus has nothing to do with the murder. I always said, like,
It's just the people.
I don't fucking care about the murder. I think they do a really fun thing of all this. I've never watched an episode going, who's the fucking murderer?
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Like last season, I had so fun with everyone. The murder was like kind of like a fun.
Yeah.
And I think they did a great job. That like whole twist with the husband trying to kill her.
Yeah.
So fun.
Someone pointed out that they had to listen to a Ryan Reynolds commercial. I'm so sorry that you had to do that. I don't know why that happened, but I saw a very interesting theory about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, just speaking of Valentine's Day. And I'm gonna really what's the word? Condense. Thank you very much. I'm going to condense the theory, which is that State Farm, the insurance company, is in cahoots with the NFL, is in cahoots with Ryan Reynolds and his marketing company to help State Farm and to help the NFL, these billion-dollar corporations, by enticing Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to enter into this fake relationship to boost ratings, to boost everybody wins. And the guy pieced all the connections together, and I really liked it. It made sense to me.
Is this a theory that you could show someone, or is it just?
It was a
something
TikTok that this guy made, because
Okay.
he basically said, I tried to trace back where the first announcement from them being a couple came from, and it came from this Twitter account that was brand new at the time. It was called like the Entertainment or something. It was some fucking it was some new marketing company. And he looked up who owns the marketing company. Ryan Reynolds. It was Ryan Reynolds's. It was called The Messenger, I think it was called. And it was associated with Ryan Reynolds and his fucking marketing company. And it had like $60 million of outside investment into this corporation. They then, like 6 months after the tweet, they just went dark. They shut down. But he points out how Taylor Swift's best friend is Ryan Reynolds' wife. What's her name?
Mrs. Reynolds.
Blake Lively. Blake Lively. Taylor Swift is best friends with Blake Lively. Blake Lively also has a good friend who like works for some big billionaire investor or something. And it just all made sense. It was like, oh yeah, if I'm Taylor Swift, because no doubt her relationship with Travis Kelce has helped really thrust her into the stratosphere.
Someone just said they aren't even tight anymore. Ben,
Who's not even tight anymore?
I guess.
How would you know, Jillian?
I feel like I'm on a bad date where I asked a girl what her interests are, and she starts telling me this, and I'm just like, holy shit, is this ever gonna end?
In conclusion,
I couldn't give a
it
flying
seems to
fuck.
me. It seems no. You should, because they're doing the thing, and Ryan Reynolds is at the heart of it, going, yeah, who cares?
Yes, and
It's
you know how
entertainment.
the
It's
only
entertainment. Buy Mint Mobile.
But
They're
you-
going to be a sponsor on the show.
the less you care about that, the less they.
I don't pay attention to it. But at the same time, knowing the amount of influence that it's got, knowing how much coverage it gets, the fact that these people could be playing us all like a fucking fiddle, a cultural fiddle. if
How
you
am I
will.
getting played?
You're not. But a lot of people out there,
You're getting played by talking about it.
they're selling ads. And then they pointed out that the only ads that play in front of Taylor Swift videos on YouTube are State Farm ads. The only ones. There's something going
This
on
is
there.
like QAnon.
There's
This
something
is
going on.
like QAnon for
Yeah,
pop
but
culture
for-
girls. Yeah.
For women, QAnon for women.
Just
QAnon for women.
And Ben.
pop culture. This
QAnon.
is nice. This guy paid to say this. Watching
Paid to
old Trill episodes and wanted to point out how much better Emil has gotten at temper management. 2021 Emil would have yelled at that train lady. You know what? He
What
really
train
would have.
lady?
The lady on the train we were just talking about.
Yeah,
on
someone-
the thing. So hey, thanks for that. You know, it's a journey, just like that train ride.
If she doesn't want to hear about my Warhammer figures, I don't want to hear about what Taylor wore. I think this is reasonable.
Agreed.
Yeah. I just want
Who said that?
someone on stream.
Richard's a real
Richard
one.
Laskus. It looks like a Polish last name.
Um,
Yeah. What is QAnon to women?
We have another couple donuts I'd like to read out. So Austin Thatcher, $10. Shout out all the Scorpios. Happy
Wow.
Conception Day.
Ew.
And then Asa threw us $2,
Wow.
and Daniel threw us $9.99.
Wow.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Daniel.
guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Wow. Thanks to the absolute pimps, the absolute legends.
No, the QAnon for women is like fucking The Bachelor and what's that lady?
This is included though.
the Sir restaurant, Sexy Unique
Yeah.
restaurant. What's that called?
I think if you're going down those rabbit holes, you're just as
No, they're rabbit halls.
If you're going down those halls, rabbits
Kiss to a rabbit, the hole is a hall.
Yeah.
You're down there.
Rabbits are saying, "Hey, I'll meet you in the hallway."
Yeah. Man. What is QAnon for women is shit like that happens where
Not just for women's. Anyone who likes.
oh
yes,
my God.
I said women's.
Did you hear what fucking Tom Choney said? Did you hear what Marie said to Tom Choney on last week's episode of Restaurant Wars? I think they're in love. I think this is a good place to stop.
No, we'll keep going.
No, I think that this is a good place to stop because we've only got 30 minutes before our next live stream. And I don't want to. Yeah, Real Housewives. They're out there going, Tom Schwartz. Yeah, Tom Schwartz. He owned a restaurant right nearby, like a little bit a ways away. And then it got shut down.
Who's
Schwartz
Tom
and Sandy's.
Choney?
Tom Choney? I meant Tom Schwartz.
Who's Tom Schwartz?
He's a guy on that fucking show. What's the show? Sexy Unique Restaurant.
Oh, and he started his own restaurant.
Vanderpump Rules.
He started his own restaurant?
Or like Below Deck. Women be watching that and having QAnon theories. No, they're not putting QAnon.
No, I
it's
think
just fun. It's
watching
trash
it is
TV.
fine, but when you're doing the Charlie from It's Always Sunny meme
Yeah.
about like it all state, and even if it's true, it's like okay,
wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait. Those trash television like that is so cozy and so comfortable.
I don't
You just
like-
be watching it and
I
it's
can't.
just-
It makes me sick.
it is. But if your wife is watching it or something and you don't have anything to worry about and you're
My
just
wife
sitting
doesn't
there-
watch that kind of stuff.
Someone said that there's a gas leak in the studio, and you're not wrong. There is a gas leak.
No, okay. You do this for hours. You come do this for hours and tell me
Yeah.
that you're not gonna have any slip ups.
Try to talk.
You're not. Yeah.
Try
Okay.
to talk. By the way,
why don't you march down here, sit here for hours, and try to talk without making one slip
Ben's
up?
wife is cozy mode. I mean, yeah,
when she exists. Yeah.
when she bursts onto the scene, being all cozy,
Births onto the scene.
bursts onto the
Births
scene,
onto the scene.
bursts onto the scene. She's gonna love me so much, and I'm gonna love her. So
Emil,
much.
who's winning Indian Wells? You know I'm pulling for my boy
No,
Yannick.
excuse me, Native American Wells.
It's actually called Indian Wells. But I'm just I would love to see like a deep Lerner Tien run, the American, or Mickelson or somebody. That could be fun. These young guns, these young bloods.
Yeah, Phil likes him young. He likes those young tennis guys. I just got invited to an invitation to apply paid collaboration with Atkins. No,
What's
not gonna
Atkins?
do it.
Atkins diet.
The diet, man. To watch that belly getting fat, a fat boy on a diet. Don't try it. Check your ass like a looter in a riot.
What's that from?
I don't know, some rap song,
I don't know. Some rap song.
some hip hop rap, hip hop. Ben, how are you dealing with being single today? Man, I don't give a crap.
Yeah,
I
it's-
really don't care. I'm totally fine. I'm just joking around.
Also, Valentine's Day is like. I mean, I don't want to offend anyone here.
You
It's,
can say it.
it's not a real thing.
No, it's not real.
and.
Yeah, I am sick, Mara. It's not from the kid. Oh, you're fucking with me. Great. Yeah. That's one thing I love to be is fucked with because I'm so trustworthy. I'm so trusting. I will trust anything that you tell me.
It's fun.
So if you come at me and you say you look sick, I'm going to acknowledge it, but then go on to read that you're fucking with me. That's not nice. Ben, you still never acknowledged my best head meme on Discord. Jiggly tatas. I'm acknowledging it now. Okay, it was great. It was great. And for the record, Theodore's getting the best.
It was the best head meme
Yeah.
he's ever seen.
Who be getting sucked off the most? They cut that from that podcast we were on. What's the show? The Industry Insiders?
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Insider?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what the real name was.
No, you got it.
And we did a whole thing about. I educated these boys on the chipmunks getting sucked off meme. None of you had ever heard of it, and I described it in detail. I said, no, it's the three chipmunks
Wait.
all sitting together on a couch.
Someone said I've never seen this many women in a chat on YouTube before.
Wow, that's cool.
That is nice.
Take notes, my friend. Take notes. Y'all ever see the underwater head on Temptation Island? No, I don't watch it. How tall are you for real? 6'3". Should I buy a hawk? No. Wait, there's girls in here? Yeah. Ben hit my joint in New York City. Yeah, I did. I remember that, James. He came up to me and he goes, "Hey, you want to hit this joint? I'll fucking kill you if you don't." And I said, "Please don't, sir." Nah, he didn't say that, but I did hit that joint. And then I walked away and I forgot that I hit it. And I got to the bar and I was like, "Why do I feel weird?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I smoked fucking a fat doinker." Well, folks, I think that this is a good.
No, we're gonna be going for about.
Do you want to keep going? I need to go get my cold brew to get ready for the thing.
Go get your cold brew. Go get your cold brew.
Everybody, you better be there. You better be there for the stock twist. one.
Just come back on when you're done.
Okay.
Guys, if you have any questions for Emil, Ben is gonna go get cold brew and shit himself.
You should plug the show. By the way.
Shoot himself?
Shit himself?
Hey, it's my little nephew's birthday today, and I've been talking to him. He said he's gonna.
Go get your cold brew.
No, I'm gonna wait a second.
Oh Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ.
put it in. I'm gonna put the order in right now, but then I'm gonna go get it. Yeah. It's just fun hanging out.
Plug the show. Plug the upcoming.
Oh,
show.
so it's on which show? Portland?
Yeah.
Portland. We're coming to Portland. Let's see.
Can you send me the link real quick and I can throw it in the chat?
I have to go into the actual. I'm on a PC right now. I'm not on a Mac.
Here, I'll do it.
Thank you. Also, we are now able to get members. So if you guys want emotes for chat,
Wow, guys, you heard that. You heard it there first.
we're doing some
Something's
new
wrong
stuff.
with Doug, man. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not mad at me.
Emil,
that
key
might
to
be it.
finding love. I think
Can you finding love?
go get your cold brew.
I am. I'm ordering it. You just want to tell people things.
No, if you want to stay, then stay, and we'll
No,
do
I'm gonna
the
stay, but-
live. Otherwise, don't be like, I'm gonna leave in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, we do need to do Doug is Bobby merch. We need to do that, right? Doug is Bobby. That's huge.
I don't want to talk business on the live.
I think that we should do Doug is Bobby merch.
I don't want to talk business on the live.
Emil, key to finding love. Can't take Ben's advice. What's wrong with my advice? What did I say that was bad advice?
The key to finding love, I think, is just staying open and also not being crazy about it. You can't.
You can't want it that bad.
Yeah, you can't. It's like one of those things where it's like he's laughing, but you know what I mean. You can't walk around being the guy who's looking for love.
No, that's the worst guy. No one will give him love.
No one wants to give that guy love, but you do. You just got to be open to it. You ever see that bad movie, Meet Joe Black? Anthony Hopkins, Brad Pitt, get one of the most brutal guy getting hit by car scenes ever.
Really?
It's really beautiful. Can we maybe pull up Meet Joe Black? Brad Pitt gets hit by a car, or are we gonna get copyright struck?
I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Here,
dude.
It's 3 minutes long.
Oh
but-
fuck. Well, just skip ahead to where he gets hit. It's insane. I've never seen.
I know what you're saying.
Just
Okay.
skip ahead. This go to like it's gonna happen way at the end. Yeah. Okay, stop. Play it now.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'll make it big.
So he just met the girl of his dreams, and they're both like, "Shit, did I just fuck up by not going back?" And he looks back one more time because he loves her so much. But should I stop right in the middle of this New York City street? Wait.
2 cars. Whoa.
But that movie is it's all about staying open to love. It's also insane.
Austin Thatcher sent $5. Said petition to officially name Emil the lesbian volleyball coach instead of Mr. Book. I think Mr. Book stays, personally. but-
That's from an old thing where Ben told me I looked like a lesbian volleyball coach when I was high on acid, and it was a bad vibe. It was a bad vibe for me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be having fun. Emil, how do you stay fit and active? I feel like that one's a pretty simple thing. You kind of just have to do it.
You just have to do
You
it.
got to get up every day and you got to do it.
Even when we were in Boston, you went and did it every single day, or even when we got back from like walking for like 5 hours. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's you just like don't break the habit. You don't. Every time your brain's like, ooh, doesn't it feel good to just sit on the couch? Which it does. It feels so fucking good. And it feels good to just fucking sit on your phone and play and scroll and read bad things about the world. But you got to say, no. Fuck that. Laying down feels bad. Looking at my phone feels bad. You know, it feels good. Ripping weights. Doing 250 push-ups.
250, my God.
That is the real thing. You got to be a nut job.
I mean, it's good for you, though. I think it gives you a discipline and, it can cleanse the mind.
Yeah, it's great for you. It's,
Samantha says, it's her birthday. It'd make my day if you guys said happy birthday. Well,
we'll have to get Ben to do it, but happy birthday, Samantha. That's a big happy birthday salute from this guy. Book racks. I've always said this. You got to be more specific what kind of book you're looking for, cuz it's just too hard to just throw out random books. I'm currently reading, which I don't necessarily recommend, even though it's very good. Everyone was posting about that Octavia Butler book, Parable of the Sower, and I was like, I love sci-fi. I'll fucking rip that. I never read it, and my God, it's scaring me. It's terrifying. It's just like set in Southern California in 2024 and beyond, and it's just climate collapse. It's not the time for that one, I would say.
Are you reading that like before bed and like going?
Yeah. It's that one's fucking up. It is good though if you're looking for something. Emil, where did you get your Nalgene stickers from? There's no stickers.
It just is from REI.
It's just a REI. Emil's Goodreads. There's also there is a Goodreads that I sometimes log whatever I've read. I don't review books or anything, but I do like to keep track of what I read. I've become the old guy. I remember me and Phil went to this concert in Philadelphia, and we were probably 19, and we were talking to this guy. I think we were waiting for Surfer Blood to come on, and we talked to maybe the highest guy we've ever met in our lives, and he was probably in his 40s. And he was asking us what music platform we use, and we were like, I don't know, we just like torrent everything. That's what you did back then.
Yeah.
But then he was like, I use Amazon Music, and I like it because it reminds me that I've already bought the album that I'm trying to buy. And I was like, that's good, man. Maybe lay off the pot, you fucking sicko. But now I'm that guy. I have to keep track of the books I read because I'll forget. This guy still torrents most things. That's good. I try to. I don't know. What do I even need to torrent?
Torrent books. You can torrent.
I actually do torrent books. I do rip them onto my. But that's only because the library, they're always already checked out. Emil, do you bleed green? I don't know what that means.
It's probably a Go Birds thing.
Oh, because the Philadelphia thing. No, I don't. I'm not. I bleed red. Emil, I wore an apron shirtless the other day and thought of you. Hell yeah. I hope your wife appreciated it. Me and my girlfriend are going to New York City this weekend. What should we do? Walk around. It's the greatest place to just walk around. Go on long walks, even if it's cold. Dip into cozy bars. Drink glasses of wine with each other. Look into each other's eyes and be like, hey, aren't we in the greatest city in the world? Do it in Brooklyn. It's the best. Go to cozy neighborhoods. Go to Fort Greene. Go to Cobble Hill. Go to Park Slope. Get Italian food. Go to Evelina in Fort Greene. Go to Roman's in Fort Greene. Have a nice Italian meal. Really fancy Italian meal. Drink wine with your beautiful girlfriend and say, hey, sure the world's a mess. Well, hey, we got each other. Emil, do I date my boss's son? That sounds messy. I would not.
Are they hot?
Yeah, are they hot? We're going to need to know how hot your boss's son is, and bonus points if you can put a picture in so we can judge for ourselves. How do I know she's beautiful? Because I imagine all of our listeners and audience with beautiful wives. What's the best slur for Italians? I still contend my favorite story is the one my dad told where a guy got 3 Italian slurs in one joke. What sound does a guinea make when they hit the water? They go wop. I think that's really beautiful. I think you really got to think of slur economy when you're making fun of an Italian. Emil, what's your roulette number? I don't know what that is.
Roulette, like if you're gonna play roulette, what number would you choose?
Oh, I don't know. I would have to think about it. Do people have roulette numbers?
Yeah, people will be like 32 all the way.
Emil, my brother won't let me flirt with customers at our job. Do I quit? Yes, quit. And if you're Italian, file a discrimination lawsuit. If they tell you can't flirt, that's anti-Italian discrimination, and that's really fucked up.
Where's Ben?
Worst Valentine's Day date. That one's tough, but all right. What do you think? How long do? Oh, we probably do got to log off at this point. Okay, Emil, how do I blow up a pipeline?
Yes, I am actually single.
Samantha also wants you to say happy birthday to her, Ben.
Samantha, happy birthday. Man, that Starbucks full of fucking dorks on computers. Just everybody in there silent on computers and the worst music you've ever heard playing.
Okay, we got to end.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I love you all so much. We'll be back next week and hopefully the week after that.
We'll be back next week and hopefully in the
Yeah, we're going to be trying to do
Yeah, we're trying to do it.
every week.
We're trying to do it every Friday. So just tune in with us. We have so much fun with y'all. We love you. Thank you.
But go onto the Stock Twits channel because we're going to be live there in just a little bit anyway. So we'll see you there.
Bye.
Thanks for all the donos. Bye.
Thank you.